Now done guys, we're back after what feels like a lifetime of being away from walking and making videos, so I feel like a newbie, so bear with me. But we are in the beautiful area of Middleton in Teesdale, and we're going to be doing Gibson's Cave, then heading up from here to Western Hope Hill, across past Storer's Seat to Fendriff Hill, and then back round and finishing on high force and low force waterfalls. So yeah, it's nice to be back out, it's been a while. So yeah, bear with me on this one. But let's go have a look at this cave, go have a look at the waterfall. You've got to admit, there's not much that beats a waterfall. Pretty cool. I don't think that's the waterfall, I'm not sure. But if it is, that's Gibson's waterfall. But we're going to head up a bit further towards the cave and see if there is another waterfall. Because that would a bit quick to get to with that. But it might be. So let's go. So we've made it to Gibson's Cave and Summer Hill Force, which is absolutely unreal. There is a path that you're not supposed to go on, but we're going to give it a little go and have a little wander just round the back of this waterfall. See what it's like. Woo! See how close and how loud. Woo-hoo-hoo! How awesome is this? Hear the power. Absolutely unreal. Wow. Absolutely crazy. Woo. Look at that. The cave is absolutely cool as all. That's unreal. Could you imagine when it's been heavy downpour? That bellowing over the top. Woo. Right, it's time to crack on back down now the route and then head up to one of the peaks. Whoa. Let's just have one last look at this. So we're now back on the other trail and we're heading up towards Hare Hill, which is the first hilltop that we'll be getting to. And it's made a difference from being in them trees to out here now, because the breeze is really cold. But we're going to see how this goes, because we've got the Nims dye base layer on, which can also be used as a mid layer, which is what I'm going to be using it as today. So we're going to see how this works, but it has a built-in face cover and hat, so it acts somewhat like a balaclava to keep everything warm. So once we get the blood flowing a little bit and get a bit of a stomp on, we'll see how it goes, and if it works decent, let's crack on. So we're at the top of Hare Hill. Nothing special once you're at the top, but the view that overlooks is absolutely incredible. Have a quick look. Ideally, on a clear day, that is an absolutely unreal view. It still is today, thankfully. We can still see quite a bit. But yeah, that'll do for today. That hill got me a bit as well. Whew. Right, let's crack on to the next peak and I'll let you know what it is in a second. Once I check, 'cause I can't remember. Now I don't know if you can hear that on the camera, but that sounds absolutely nuts. The birds are making like a whoop whoop whoop. Absolutely crazy noise. Anyways, we're going to crack on down this path for now, and then I think we come off at Watson's Bridge, and then we're going to head up then to Western Hope Hill, and then it's along the big ridge line then that goes right the way across, and then we'll be dropping back down. Whew. I'm feeling it a little bit today. Not even, what, 2.6 mile, and absolutely pathetic, but yeah, we crack on. We're going to be heading up now to Western Hope Hill. We're just going to get to Watson's Bridge and just take a little right there and see what it's like there then. And then from Western Hope Hill, it's across the ridgeline then to Daughters Seat and Fendriff Hill. So we will see what it's like when we get there. So these are the old lead mine workings, which I always find a shame to see like that. I mean, you can understand why no one wants to maintain them. They're in the middle of nowhere, and if they're not going to be used, fair enough. But it really is a shame. It'd be so cool to see it restored. Right, let's crack on now to Western Hope Hill and see what that's like. Because the weather's changing now, it's getting a little bit colder, so I might just throw waterproof over, just keep a little bit of heating. So I stand corrected, that back there wasn't the old lead mines or lead mine workings. I got mixed up. That is Flushymere House. I have no idea about the history behind it, but it'd be interesting to know a little bit more. I mean, so if anyone does know, drop a comment, let us know about it. But we're on his way up to the old lead mine workings, which is what I was getting confused with. But the jacket's on now, keep a little bit more warmth in, stop the wind, because it has got nippy the higher up I'm going onto the moorland. And this is one of the best things that I love about moorland walking. Besides the houses and everything, you really do feel as if you're in a really isolated spot. No one around at all today. So yeah, a little bit airy. I like it. Let's crack on to Western Hope Hill, and with the looks of it we're going to be heading up into the clouds soon. So yeah, phew, exciting. Let's crack on. So we're starting to see now a dramatic change in the weather. As you can see, we're in the clouds now, and we are getting a little bit of the 30 mph winds that are expected. We have just dipped down a little bit, so it doesn't feel as bad, but once we get back out into the open again, then it'll hit us. Whew. But what a dramatic change. There it is. There's the wind. So yeah, we are near now to the peak of Western Hope Moor, not Hill. I've been getting it wrong. So yeah, we're near the peak now. A couple of minute walk, and then we're going to go right across the ridge in all this exposed area. So it should be a windy, cold ridgeline walk today. We love it though. So let's get to the top and show you absolutely nothing because we're in the clouds. Well, let's go anyways because we're here. So we're at the top of Western Hope Moor, and here's the little cairn just behind me. As you could see, the moorland coming up to it was absolutely awful, but we managed to get away around. The only thing is, we're going to head back that way and then come across to go over towards Dora's Seat. So yeah, this is going to be fun navigating this bit again. But we're here, and as you can see, it's just a lot of cloud. I mean, a clear day, I'm not entirely sure what you'd see. Possibly some of what I showed you earlier on the Hare Hill, maybe some of that, but yeah, today not so much. We've just got the cairn, which signifies that you're here, and it doesn't count unless you tap it. So yeah, right, let's navigate back through this, right, and then head over towards Dora's Seat. So we're nearly at Dora's Seat now, and and that marshland was absolutely horrendous. I mean, we have got a bit more to go, well, quite a lot more to go, but in terms of getting to Dora's Seat, we're not that far away now. But yeah, this is one of the things that I do enjoy about the moorland walks. Some areas are just completely washed out, no trail, nothing, so you kind of got to have your wits about you to somewhat know where to go, what to stand on, and get through it safely. But it does make the walk interesting, and that wind chill is absolutely freezing. Supposedly today it was supposed to be a -5 wind chill. Does feel it on the hands, but yeah, it's not too bad in terms of being cold. So yeah, let's crack on to Dora's Seat. Oh, push through all this moorland again. Let's go. Finally at Dora's Seat, which is basically just a little hill mound with a pile of rocks, if you can see, just behind. I mean, from today, can't understand why anyone would want to sit here, especially Dora, but I would imagine on a nice clear day, the views will all open up and it'll probably be beautiful. But as of today, all you can see is cloud. There is a tiny little windbreak that people have dug out here. So if I was to kneel down, it shelters me a little bit. Whew. This moorland is absolutely awful. One of the worst moorlands I've walked over by far. Anyways, we crack on and we get to the next peak. I think we're about 8 miles into the walk now, and this, I think, is at Fendriff Hill, which is the last peak now along the ridge, and then we head back down and we start going towards the waterfalls then, where we should hopefully pick up a nice bit of scenery again, rather than just watching me walk around top of a moorland in the clouds, pretending to sit next to Dora the Explorer's seat. If you've seen Dora the Explorer, you'll know what I'm on about. This is her seat. Woo. Right, time to leave Dora's Seat and crack on then. Woo. Back into that moorland. Let's go. Fendriff Hill now. Again, doesn't count unless you tap in the cairn. Woo! But what an absolute nightmare to get to. The moorland is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The weather is absolutely freezing now, so the -5 wind chill is probably about right. Wind's pretty strong, so I'm trying to hide behind the cairn. So now, I believe this is the highest point, but we're going to head down now from here, down towards the high waterfall, something like that. I think that's what it's called. High force waterfall is the one. But yeah, you can just see, I think it's a pheasant in the distance. How that's even hanging on in the wind, I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, again, can't really see much with it being low cloud. I'm not entirely sure what you'd see on a sunny day, but oh well. So let's head down now to the waterfall. Fingers crossed the weather gets better. Whew. Let's go. So you can just see the cairn in the distance where we've just been on Fendriff Hill. And the moorland is just starting to open up a little bit. You can just see the views in the distance. Whew. What a crazy place. I have absolutely no idea what these are, but I'm assuming it's something to do with the old lead mine works. Because here's like a little hut, little windbreak just down here. They are pretty cool with what people have made from them. I love stuff like this. Absolutely love it. So yeah, the weather is getting better the further down I come again, thank God. So yeah, I'm just somewhat glad all that awful marsh moorland is over with, or at least I think it is. But how cool do they look, just sat there on the top. Right, let's get down to this waterfall, see how cool it is. Whew. Yay! We're back on a nice footpath. Get in. Whew. That does feel good under the foot. Whoa. So we're nearly down now, and we're going to be heading to High Force Waterfall first, and then make our way down to Low Force, because that's where the van's parked, down at the bottom. Whew. So yeah, this is the old copper mine works. So you can see where they've got the old foundations for the old buildings, where there was. I mean, imagine coming out here every single day, no matter what the weather. I mean, you won't really feel it down the mines, like, probably a bit cold, like, but you're not going to feel the wind like I am. And have to walk through that awful moorland. Right, let's crack on down, because we're nearly there. And I've been looking forward to seeing these waterfalls for a long time now. So let's get there. we're finally down now and off the hillside, moorland, whatever you want to call it. And there's a beautiful little seating area just at the bottom. So you've got this sign here telling you Upper Teesdale 450 million years in a view, and I'm assuming it's on about the rock faces over in the distance. Or at least I think that's the case. But yeah, we're down now. So yeah, time to head down along the road into the waterfall. Woo! It's getting me as this one. But let's go, let's crack on. Hello. That's absolutely made my day seeing them little baby island cows. My daughter is going to go nuts when I show her this video when I get home. She'll want to come out and see herself. Anyways, we are very, very near High Force now. So yeah, a couple more minutes, we'll be there, thank God. So we finally made it to High Force Waterfall. Now you wouldn't want to be going down that, would you? It says here that it drops 21 metres. Look at the power on that. That's just absolutely insane. Wow. I don't want to leave. That is incredible. I'm just going to leave it with a nice little picture, a little view. That is absolutely incredible. Woo. Now that was definitely well worth the wait. And if I'm right, I'm sure this is the same waterfall that we used in Emmerdale. I think I'm right. How beautiful is that? The power is just absolutely insane. Woo. Right, let's head back down the side now of the river, and we'll go to Low Force, which is a smaller one. But have a look at this little bit of information first. I can't get over how cool that was. So that one is probably the biggest of the two that that is High Force and Low Force. So I'm assuming the hint's in the name. But that was just absolutely mega. So good. The sheer force in that though is just absolutely insane. It really is. Right, we're gonna head down now, go to Low Force and check that one out. And hopefully it's equally as cool, which it will be. So stay tuned and let's crack on. That view is just absolutely beautiful. Wow. So there's a hotel as soon as you come out from the waterfall trail. There is an honesty box with a bloke sat there, you know, if you want. So I've chucked a couple of quid in. But we also do sandwiches and stuff like that. So, and there's a massive car park at the side. So if you really wanted to come with a family, big car park, pay for, you know, some food, drinks, and then enjoy a nice walk down towards the waterfalls. And the kind gentleman who I've just spoke to has just shown me a picture of what the waterfall is like, and that is only at half bore. So yeah, and he showed me the picture at full bore, which is just absolutely insane. I mean, it would be cool to see, but he did say that the ground shakes even down here where we are. So that would be absolutely crazy. So anyways, let's crack on. Let's head down towards Low Force, and then the van is parked just at the side. So yeah, let's go. So you see these rocks that are just here and here and this bit here, that is a native Roman settlement from years and years ago. And now, I mean, that had probably been absolutely fantastic back in the day, but now there's absolutely nothing there other than possibly the foundations of it. Which, you know, I'm probably gutted me. I don't like to have seen stuff like that. That's the stuff that really interests me. But we are now near Low Force. I forgot what we called them. It's been a long walk. Yeah, so we are now near Low Force. Once we see that, it's quickly round to the van, and that is the walk done. So let's have a little nosy, because we're not far off. You can hear the water and the white water starting to build up towards it. So yeah, let's check it out and then get back to the van. So this here is one part of Low Force, where you've got 3 waterfalls. So you've got the 2 main ones here, and then you get the one coming over here. There is one a bit further down, and all of this is what makes up Low Force. I mean, look at the power of this water though. You ready? Look at that. There is some weight in water there. Oh wow. So this is the first part of it, we're now going to head down to see the second part of it. But how crazy is that? Just at how powerful it is. Right, let's crack on. So we're now at the second part of it, which is just behind. You can still see the others just in the distance. How beautiful. Wow. Now we've got to go over this little drawbridge, or little suspending bridge. But take a look at this. I mean, does it get much cooler? A suspended bridge with that view. This has quite possibly been one of the best finishes to a walk I've ever done. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. It's just absolutely insane. I mean, we're just gonna head back up to this bit so we can view the waterfalls from the other side, which we couldn't do at high force because you'd have had to go a big detour round. So we're going to have a little look at these waterfalls here and see what the view is. Woohoo! Look at that. How beautiful is this area? Highly recommend coming up here and paying it a visit, because this is absolutely beautiful and everyone should see this. Right, now it is time to sadly head back to the van, and that is the walk done. Well, rather than heading back to the van, we're just going to finish the video here with the waterfall in the background. So, decent first hike back. I think it works out at 14.3 mile that I've done. And yeah, I've been away, I've been doing things with the kids, you know, other things have been coming up. I've been getting the camper van sorted, holidays, you know, things take over. So it's nice to be back out, and especially have this one as one of the first back. We've got the beautiful waterfalls that we've done. We've had Gibson's Cave to start with. We had Dora the Explorer's seat on the top of the moorland. And yeah, it's been an absolutely beautiful walk as this. So yeah, if you've liked the video, hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already, give it a share if you want. And I'll leave you with this. See you on the next. Bye.